Welcome back to Crush Your Goals podcast. I'm your host, Onyekachi Charles Onyeukwu, founder, CEO of Don Oxo Media. And with me today is an inspiring business consultant and a realtor. I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Emmanuel Destiny De-Great. I'm the sales manager of Realtor and a business consultant also. I've helped quite a few dime businesses, and if you want to bet a business from scratch, let me know. I'll bring your ideas into reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Your upcoming book is titled Seasons and Patterns.
Yeah.
For anyone feeling stuck right now, how can they figure out which season they are currently in?
Okay, when I talk about seasons and patterns, they are orchestrated seasons that you have orchestrated by yourself. And those seasons you're orchestrated by yourself because of either you violated some principles of life or you obeyed some principles of life. We have good and bad seasons. Whatever season you are in, there's a reason for that season. You've had that before. Jesus is the reason for the season. Christmas. So there's a reason for that season. If it's a bad season, then there's a reason. If it's a good season, then there's a reason. But one thing I'll tell you, in every season, a pattern comes with it. That's how you know that you are in a particular season. There was a point in my life where there was a season in my life where I was just having connections with people outside the country. Like I was having international connections, like people as far as UK, Russia, Germany, and even the United States. And that was when I knew that this was a season I need to utilize very well. This was a season I needed to utilize very well. While I was having those connections, I thought about it. These people could buy from me. That was when I started selling to them. And when I started selling to them, my life metamorphosed because they patronized me a lot. And I can tell you that I can never return to that state I was in before I met those people. Everything changed. That was the season that accelerated my growth to another level. So one way you identify seasons in your life is by watching for a particular pattern. And not the other pattern. That pattern comes with a feeling. You feel like there's a particular feeling you're having. Right now, I'll make it very, very clear. When it's Christmas period or festive period, there's a way you feel. You just sense it that we are already approaching Christmas. We are already approaching the festive period. Secondly, not just that. Observe now, have you sat in your house or maybe just come out and you say, I don't know, today just be like Saturday. You understand? Because of the feeling you have. Now, Saturday now comes with a feeling. So Saturday now is a season. It's a like season is time. You understand me? It's time. And those time comes with a feeling. So when you observe your life in that manner, that there's a certain feeling I'm having, and not just a feeling. It's a feeling that it's a feeling that comes with a pattern. Then you know that this is a particular season I must utilize very well. And not just that, it might still be a negative season where you are suffering for free. You can suffer for free. and there are also seasons whereby God is just trying to maybe train you, or there are seasons of training, and there are also seasons where you are just suffering for free. Like I said earlier, you said that you are violating or obeying some principles. That's what got you into that season. That is for orchestrated seasons. Then for natural seasons, it's just a natural thing. So you have to utilize it very well. So,
all right. So from what you said now, season and pattern is about recognizing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if this thing is happening for the very first time in a person's life?
Before a man or before a man comes to a consciousness that this is a pattern in my life for a season, it is not happening for the first time. But you are just realizing now. Do you understand me? Some things you call ideas, some of the things you think that you know, you were not the first person that thought about it. But it's just that you never knew that other people had it in mind. So the person that brought it into reality is who will get the glory. But what I'll tell you, if you notice any pattern in your life, then you should check well. That pattern, it happens. Or if you notice any season in your life, then you should check where that season is already becoming a pattern. Majority of the time, for those people who don't know anything about seasons and patterns, it is more like, okay, let me put it this way. Now, if you check your life, if you check your life, an average person who don't really know anything about seasons and patterns, if you check your life, during a particular month every year, there's a pattern that comes with it. It can just be like, every June, I'm broke, I'm suffering. It can just be that every December, money just come my way. Do you understand? Even businesses too. December period, there's a pattern that comes with businesses. January, there's a pattern. February, there's a pattern. go and check down to like 400 years today. You see that there's a pattern that comes with those seasons. Understand me? It is why it is titled seasons and patterns, because you will get to understand seasons and the patterns that comes with it. And not just that, you will know how to break any pattern you don't want.
Right. So you talked about principles, maybe diving first of
Mhm.
either a pattern of season being negative or positive.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody will want to enjoy the positive seasons and patterns. Either they like how it, either they know how it came about or not, they will definitely enjoy it. But for the negative patterns, they should or might be disruptive.
Yeah.
And then that is what you call suffering for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the common disruptive patterns you've seen most, and how can people break them and come out of them, those who are in them?
Okay, first of all, tackle this in this way. When I talk about patterns and seasons, why I call it patterns and seasons is because seasons are patterns. Either you like it or not, when it gets to March, April, May, you still notice that there's a pattern. Then something is wrong now. In Nigeria, in this part of the world where I live in other countries, during this time, they're expecting a particular season because it is a pattern there. So now, it is why naturally, everybody will go through certain seasons in their life. But what I always emphasize on is knowing how to utilize those seasons, knowing how to use it well. And one destructive pattern I've seen is that people waste their seasons, they waste their years, they waste their time. Like I always say, I learned this from somebody. He said, the unit of destiny is time. You understand me? The unit of destiny is time. So that season you are in that season for a reason. Oh, you should what? Use it well. You should use it well, because the pattern of people wasting their season, not using their season well, and the painful thing is that most people they don't even know that they're in a season. They don't even know. Like they don't know that a season has ended and I want to approach another new season. Oh. Some of them don't know that like this new season I approached, this is what it means. So, and the last one I left, this is what it means. There's a season of abundance and there's a season of scarcity. There are businesses that they don't make sales like they used to make. Like they don't make money like they used to make. They don't have revenues. They don't have enough turnovers like the way they used to. But you still see them standing firm. They are relevant because why they plan for those days. They plan for those days. Do you know that December, I wanted to book my flight. It was over 400,000. My flight from here, Abuja to Benin City, Edo State. It was how much? 400,000. Today, today, 100,000.
Okay.
It's 100,000. Because why? Demand is what?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So now the demands. What do you expect? So not enough. So they have to utilize that. I said, okay. I said, this 400,000. Is it wise? I said, let me check. One of our big transport companies. I will mention the name. Make advertise for them. God is good. I checked. God is good was almost 90,000 naira. 86,400, I think. You understand me? So
they were taking advantage of.
Yes, they were even business people, businesses understand this. You understand? They understand this. They were trying to take advantage of that season. That time you go, they'll tell you if you don't want to enter, leave cheap. I say if you go 7 o'clock, you will not get vehicle. 7 a.m. You have to go like 6 a.m. or 6:30. I'm telling you, you will not get vehicle. So this is why I call seasons and patterns. They will always be seasons, but use it well. It's natural. I'm not talking about an orchestrated season that you orchestrated by yourself. Natural season. Use it.
Okay. All right. So in writing your book, Seasons and Patterns, right? What's the biggest realization that came about your personal journey?
Okay. So I watched my life. In the past 5 years, I was running in a wheel. You watching this right now, you might be having the same issues. So it was like I was in a treadmill. I was trying to run, but I was not moving.
Like you were
running a treadmill. Yeah. I was trying to run, I was not moving. And I sat down and I asked myself, what was going on? It got to a point that every time I'll be waiting for February. February will soon reach because enough money went come out. I don't just know anything I do that February. Anything I do. If you like, they should see earthquakes, things, everything, like the economy, everything. See, I will make a lot of money like I've never made. But before May, June, July, you see that it dropped. But I was trying my best, fighting hard to make sure that I utilize those seasons well. You just see that I'm not really making money like I used to, but I'm trying to manage. But I know that this thing has to end. This thing has to what? It has to end. When I tackled that issue, I said, not only me go enjoy this thing. Like, not only me go enjoy this thing, I need to help
Other people who are passing through that same
not
thing.
even other people, my children.
Other people.
I think I want to help my children. You know, I emphasize on succession a lot. I want to help my children so they will not go through that same season, that same issue. So now I came about writing this book, Seasons and Patterns. So I never even had the mindset of selling the book. I just said I will do 100 copies, share it to quite a few people, just help them, and that's it. So I'm telling you.
That's interesting.
Yes.
All right. So, as a business consultant, you look under the hood of many different companies. What's one thing most entrepreneurs miss when they are trying to scale a business?
Okay, one thing that they are missing is they don't focus on the principal thing. They don't focus on the principal thing. And what is that principal thing? Anytime you notice that your business is getting stuck or things are not really going well, the first thing they want to do is, I don't know, everybody have their own strategy, but for the pattern I've noticed, most people just think about innovation, bringing something new. You understand? They want to create something new, especially when money is not coming in, there's no inflow. They want to, like, what is this next thing we could do? But whereas we ignore the people who have patronized us before. We ignore our previous customers, our previous investors, our previous allies. Second pattern, they ignore the staff. They ignore the staff. So sometimes when you see that any business is struggling in the marketplace, check well, the countenance of the staff, the way they were putting in the work, they were not putting in the work like before. They were not putting in the work like before. And one reason being so is that they when results are not coming in, they feel like naturally they get discouraged when results are not coming in. Another reason being so is that when they are making a lot of sales, they were making a lot of sales, like everything was going fine. So they relaxed. This is the main one. They relax. They violate principles. See, even though I come here to speak 100 times, I will still what? I will still do my work. I will still study. If you like, give me 100 billion naira today, I will still study. I will still read. I will still do what I need to do, because this thing is more like a spiritual law. So you don't violate it. You understand? So you don't violate it. So you don't ignore the staff. You must focus. Make sure that are these people really putting in the work whenever any business is trying to survive. Then secondly, when you think of bringing something new, or you share innovation, it's not necessarily bringing in new product into the market. It might just be refurbishing something that has been working already. You understand? Some people don't even take reviews. They don't ask customers that, please just give us 1 minute of your time to go through this survey, or they don't even want request for feedback. There's no request for testimonial. It will shock you that those people who have patronized you before, they are the ones who have the ability, who have the real data you need. They'll tell you, this is how this product, this is how it saved me. It did not work for me, or I was not really satisfied. Tell them to be real, that there's a compensation after the survey. And you say that you find out the truth why businesses are stuck. So I know I did not really go through everything you asked me, but I think this is what they need to hear.
That's interesting. All right. So, you are a realtor, and real estate investing can look intimidating to young people. What's one realistic first step they can take to get into real estate investment?
As a realtor and as a salesman, a real estate salesman, I've been selling real estate for a long time now. If you're a young person and you are watching me, please listen to this. I've seen young people who made money, either legally or illegally, and they squander the money. And one reason why they squander this money is because they lacked a lot of things. I've seen people who made money, the first thing they did was lodge in an hotel. because they have not really stayed in a good place. They have not really spent the night in a good house. So they just like, yeah, the hotel is the first step. I see some, they buy, just gather your friends, buy them pizza and drinks. Let you guys just drink. I see some alcohol. They see these things as enjoyment. And before you know it, everything die out. All the money they've made. Hmm? That is a bad pattern because they repeat that cycle over and over and over again. You understand me? The first thing you should do when you are making money in your life is ask yourself, will I ever have to go through this rigor of making this money again? So if you know that you don't want to go through that rigor of making that money again, this is where real estate comes in. You understand me? Real estate comes in. You start investing. But we see a lot of people, like you said, they feel intimidating about real estate. If real estate still intimidates you, then I think it's time you come for my coaching session, because nothing should intimidate you. Because we have younger people who are younger than you, they are investing.
So what's one thing they can do
to start investing?
Yeah, to get into real estate, either buy a property.
Now, in my estate, in our estate, Union Housing Estate in Kuje, we have 250 square meter, we have 450 square meter, and we have 900 square meter. 250 square meter is going for 4 million naira. As of 3 days ago, it was 2.5 million naira. 450 square meter is going for 8 million naira. As of 3 days ago, it was how much? 5 million naira. And 900 square meter is going for 16 million naira. As of 3 days ago, it was 10 million. You see? But if you had met me 3 days ago, I would have told you, deposit 500K and spread the remaining balance in 6 months. Now that the price increased, you are still not obligated to pay this new price. You understand? You already tied down your slot. So what you'll be paying is 2.5 million naira, not 4 million naira. So when you pay that 500K, you spread the remaining balance through 6 months. So you see that just within the space of 3 days, you have made a profit of 1.5 million naira. And not just that, with the way the demand is going, the estate, we have, I think, just 9 plots left there. 9 what? 9 plots. That's what we have left. I mean, everything in general, about 250 square meter, 450 square meter, 900 square meter. We have 9 plots there. And immediately I leave here, I'm taking someone on an inspection to that place.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, we have people who have more than 500K in their accounts, and they don't know the first step to take. You understand? I know we want investment. We want quick cash. We need quick funds. But what gave you that 500K? Sustain the ability to give you more. So be pushing it into real estate. So even though you don't want to build, you can resell it later to start your life when you need to start. One thing I do is, as long as it's working, I will keep doing it for as long as it's working. Do it until it stops working. You understand me? Do it until it stops working. So when I know that I'm making money from whatever I do, if I'm a tech guy, if I'm a whatever you are, whatever source you are making your money from, as long as it's working, keep what? Keep doing it. when you have done it, you have acquired a lot of property, then you can now decide that now I can get some rest. Now I can, now you can retire and you have something to live off. Because trust me, if somebody else in your family, on your lineage, or your son has to go through that rigor that you went through, has to go through that stress that you went through before you made the million naira, then you have failed. You have failed. You have what? Failed.
So that means as a young person working, every bad pattern you go through, you have to break it.
Yeah. I suppose by mineral. See, every bad pattern has to end with you. And one way you break that pattern of poverty, especially when you are working and you are making money, go into real estate. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. The earth is not the devil. The devil has a limit at which he can attack you, at which he can manipulate you. When it comes to land, God gave the earth to man. The devil cannot take it from you. You hear me? The devil cannot take it from you. You know how many billion hectares is the earth, and you don't have one? When I open the map of Abuja, I see somebody, I say, do you have any plots here? You don't have any plot, and you are making 1 million naira. I see them, like, I see a lot of them, and one particular thing they say, land, not my budget, or I cannot, or this, and that's how you see them waste their lives without acquiring one plot here in Abuja. In Guarimpa, you cannot get a self-contained 1.5 million naira unless it's rubbish. A bed sitter, you understand? Bed sitter, that's one single room. You have the toilet and bathroom inside. Just one single room. You cannot see it for 1.5 million naira. The least I've seen is 1.4 million, and it's rubbish. The client didn't even take the house.
All right, so tell us, you juggle business consulting, Realtor, real estate investment, and then you're also writing a book. What's your strategic planning? What does your strategic planning look like?
Okay, now, um, writing that book, Seasons and Patterns, is from my own personal experience. I've suffered with that a lot, and it's time I help people. I help people who are really fighting bad patterns in their life and bad orchestrated seasons. And being a realtor is something I always wanted to do. Hmm? Okay, let me not put it this way. I can sell. I can sell. I can sell. I know that I can sell. You don't need to tell me. People have told me, guy, you are good. Like some of my clients that have bought from me, they say, guy, you they sell. Oh. I say, no worry, now why I didn't do this thing? So I noticed that I can sell. I cannot be begging now. When I know that I can sell, now then I knew that, okay, let me sell. And you know what? I thought about it. What should I sell? If I sell maybe clothes, you might not come back in the next 1 month unless you are spending lavishly. And now, if I'm selling clothes to you, somebody is spending lavishly buying any year, that's not the kind of relationship I want. Because my goal into real estate was not just to sell, but build a relationship with people. Quality people who has money. So that was when I started selling real estate. I knew that this thing had the ability to set me up for life. The second reason why I went into real estate is because you can transfer it to the next generation. You understand me? You can transfer it to the next generation because if you check very well, one issues we have, one issues we have a lot is because we are trying to finish the battle that our parents didn't finish. Right now in your life, you never start to live your life. You are still trying to like recover, free yourself from what your parents did. Same thing goes for me. I'm not excited.
As former picking,
I did tell you. So you want now make my picking to become one picking? I no go agree. Now I dey stack up land. I'm buying land. I'm investing something that I can transfer to the next generation. Now for business, as a business consultant, whenever you consult for your business, one advice I always give people is: can you turn your business into a family business so it can be transferred to the next generation? Most businesses in Africa they died not because the businesses were not doing well, but when you die in Africa, they want to share. Everybody go. You understand me? Same thing that happened to Gucci. Gucci is still in the market, but none of the family is still inside that business. None. You understand me? So what's the like? Why can't you make life easier for the next generation? That's why I'm also writing that book that I told you about, succession planning.
All right, so let's bring it home. How are you able to carry all this together? Business, consulting, real estate, and then writing books. And I also understand you do you offer coaching sections in your community. How are you able to carry all this together? How do you plan your day to be able to be effective?
Okay, now, priority. And I only have one priority. And what's that priority? My vision. My vision. My wife said it's not my priority. So my wife have no choice than to make the vision a priority too. You understand me? She has her own vision to pursue, but she will find that vision inside my own vision. You understand? So I carry these things along because it's my life. It is what I'm here to do. I can't do these things, nothing else. So when you talk about real estate and business, those are one thing. They just sound two different. They sound like two different things, but they are one. Because the real estate is business too. Like business is consulting. Even my own company, they consult me too. You understand? My own company what? Consult me. So the book,
Yeah, where is the old company you're talking about? Unilodge.
Unilodge Realty.
At the point I thought you actually owned Unilodge.
You're not the only person who have said this. A lot of people have thought that I own Unilodge. And yes, I own Unilodge. Unilodge problem, not my problem. I dey tell you, Unilodge problem, not my problem. Now just the real truth. I will do it with all my might. So you were not the only person who have thought I owned Unilodge. And you remember when you asked me that day and I told you, you were the only person who did not really argue with my answer. Other people felt like, I been leaving, you just want to disguise like he's not the owner of Unilodge. But good news of Iwana is the owner of Unilodge Realty. Unilodge Realty is a subsidiary of Unilodge Group of Companies. We sell prestigious properties here in prime locations in the city of Abuja. and we
All right, so let's boil your success down to 3 daily habits. What is your personal blueprint for crushing your goals? Like,
sir, crushing my goals. There's one key factor, one habit. When I wake up, I don't say I want to. You know, just a tiny. Me want the workout. What did I do? Once I don't drink water, sharp sharp, I dey open my book. What do I have to do today? It's written down already. In fact, anything I want to do now in the next 4 to 5 days is well planned, structured in a book.
For our viewers who want to be the first to get your book, Seasons and Patterns, when it launches, how can they find you? Where can they reach you?
My username on all social media platforms is dy3big. dy3big.
So thank you so much, DeGreat, for being on this podcast today and sharing your views with our followers. All right, so for our viewers, do it to subscribe, like, and share this video so that people will know what we are doing. And thank you for your time. See you in the next episode.